Awakening Protocol. The first thing Elena Rodriguez felt was cold. Not the gentle coolness of morning air, but the bone-deep chill that comes from being frozen for longer than any human was meant to be. Her eyes opened to darkness, then gradually focused on soft blue lights dancing across a metallic ceiling. Revival sequence complete. A calm artificial voice announced, "Welcome back, Commander Rodriguez. Current date, 500,847 years after human departure from Earth." Elena tried to speak, but only managed a hoarse whisper. 500,000 years. The number seemed impossible, yet the ache in her muscles and the taste of preservation fluid in her mouth told her otherwise. She had been sleeping while entire civilizations could have risen and fallen. Status report. She finally managed, her voice growing stronger with each word. "Sentinel Defense Protocol has been activated," the AI responded. "Massive alien fleet detected at the edge of our solar system. Estimated arrival at Earth, 72 hours. Elena forced herself to sit up in the revival chamber. The room around her was exactly as she remembered from 5 centuries ago, when she and 2 others had volunteered for the Last Watch mission. While humanity evacuated to distant stars, they would remain behind as Earth's final guardians. "Where are Chen and Okafor?" she asked. "Captain Chen Lai is completing revival in Chamber 2. Dr. Amara Okafor is being awakened in Chamber 3. Both show optimal life signs." Elena stumbled out of the chamber on unsteady legs. Through the station's massive viewing port, she could see Earth below. But it wasn't the same planet she remembered. Where once sprawling cities had covered continents, now vast forests stretched endlessly. The oceans were a deeper blue, and strange geometric patterns of lights dotted the surface. "Sentinel, what happened to Earth after we left?" The planet underwent significant ecological recovery. New intelligent species have evolved and developed complex civilizations. Current population includes the Verdani forest dwellers, the aquatic collective, and the crystalline builders. Elena's breath caught. New intelligent species. On Earth. Affirmative. Evolution accelerated after humanity's departure. These species have developed technology, art, and interspecies cooperation. They are unaware of human history or the approaching threat. The door to the revival center opened, and Chen Lai stumbled in, looking as disoriented as Elena felt. The former fighter pilot's dark hair was now streaked with silver from the long sleep, but his eyes still held their sharp intelligence. "Elena, thank God you're awake." "How long?" Chen asked, gripping the wall for support. 500,000 years, Elena replied grimly. "And we have visitors coming." Dr. Amara Okafor joined them minutes later, her scientific mind immediately focused despite the circumstances. The preservation systems worked perfectly, she observed, checking readings on a nearby panel. "But why were we awakened now?" "Sentinel, show them," Elena ordered. The room's walls became transparent displays showing the edge of the solar system. Thousands of dark ships moved in perfect formation toward Earth, each one massive beyond anything humanity had ever built. "Contact was first detected 96 hours ago," Sentinel explained. "The fleet consists of approximately 12,000 vessels of unknown design. They have ignored all communication attempts and destroyed 3 monitoring stations." Chen whistled low. "That's not a fleet. That's an invasion force." "What defenses do we have?" Elena asked, taking command naturally despite their impossible situation. "The Titan defense network remains operational at 89% capacity. 47 automated battle stations positioned throughout the solar system. 600,000 combat drones in various states of readiness. All systems have been maintained by sub-AIs for the duration of your sleep." Amara moved to another panel, studying biosignatures from Earth. "Sentinel, these new species, how intelligent are they?" "The Verdani have developed biotechnology that rivals human achievement in different ways. The aquatic collective has created underwater cities that span entire ocean basins. The crystalline builders have constructed massive geometric structures that appear to be both art and advanced technology, and none of them know about us. Elena asked. Your predecessors programmed complete secrecy protocols. These species believe they are alone in the universe. Elena made a decision that would have seemed insane to anyone else. We're going to defend them. Chen raised an eyebrow. 3 humans against 12,000 alien ships. The odds aren't great. We're not just 3 humans, Elena reminded him. We're 3 humans with the entire automated defense network of the most technologically advanced civilization Earth has ever known. Plus, Amara added, studying the readouts, these new species might be more helpful than we think. Their technologies seem to work in harmony with natural systems. That's incredibly advanced thinking. Sentinel's voice interrupted their planning. Incoming transmission from the alien fleet. They are attempting communication. Put it through, Elena ordered. The display showed a creature that defied easy description. It had multiple eyes arranged in concentric circles, tentacle-like appendages that moved independently, and skin that shifted color like an oil slick. When it spoke, the words came through as translated text. Inhabitants of the third world from the star called Sol, you occupy our ancient breeding ground. We are the Harbinger Swarm. Surrender the planet immediately, or face total extinction. Elena stepped forward. This is Commander Elena Rodriguez of Earth Defense Command. This planet is under our protection. State your intentions. The aliens' color patterns shifted rapidly. Rodriguez. Human designation. Impossible. The parasites were eliminated from this system 500,000 cycles ago. Parasites. Elena exchanged glances with her team. What are you talking about? Your species. Destructive organisms that spread across our breeding world, consuming resources meant for our young. We cleansed you. Chen moved closer to Elena. I don't think they're talking about when we left. I think they're talking about why we left. Amara's eyes widened as she understood. Sentinel, what was the real reason for humanity's evacuation from Earth? For the first time since their awakening, Sentinel paused before responding. Classified information requires command authorization to release. I'm giving you authorization, Elena said firmly. Maximum clearance. Humanity's departure was precipitated by the discovery of an approaching invasion force. The same force that now returns. Analysis indicated Earth's population could not be defended successfully. Evacuation was chosen over extinction. The alien on the screen made sounds that might have been laughter. The parasites attempt deception. 3 remaining specimens cannot defend against our might. Surrender in 1 rotation, or we will sterilize the entire world. The transmission ended abruptly. Well, Chen said after a moment, that could have gone better. Elena turned to the displays showing Earth's new inhabitants. In the forests, tall, graceful beings moved through living cities grown from massive trees. In the oceans, creatures with flowing fins tended vast gardens of coral and kelp. On the continents, beings that seemed to be made of living crystal created structures that hummed with harmonic energy. Sentinel, can you establish communication with the Earth species? Attempting contact. The Verdani communicate through biochemical signals. The aquatic collective uses sonic patterns. The crystalline builders appear to communicate through electromagnetic resonance. Work on translation protocols. We need to warn them. Elena paused, thinking. And we need to see if they'll help us. Commander, Amara said quietly, are we making the right choice? We don't even know if we can trust these new species. Maybe we should try to negotiate with the Harbingers. You saw how that went, Chen pointed out. They called us parasites. Elena studied the peaceful scenes from Earth's surface. These beings had spent 500,000 years turning Earth into something beautiful again, creating harmony between different species. Yes, we're making the right choice. Humanity may have left Earth, but we're still human. We protect those who can't protect themselves. Initiating activation sequence for all defense platforms, Sentinel announced. Battle stations coming online. Time to fleet arrival. 68 hours. Throughout the solar system, ancient human technology stirred to life. On Mars, massive rail guns emerged from concealed positions. In the asteroid belt, hidden fortresses activated cloaking fields and began manufacturing ammunition. Near Jupiter, shipyards that had been dormant for millennia started producing new drones at an incredible rate. How long can we hold them? Elena asked. Analysis suggests current defenses can delay the Harbinger fleet but not defeat it, Sentinel replied honestly. Their numerical advantage is too great. Then we'd better hope our new friends on Earth are more resourceful than we think, Elena said. As the ancient human war machine awakened around them, Elena looked out at the planet below. Somewhere down there, 3 entirely different species were going about their daily lives, unaware that their world was about to become a battlefield. They had no idea that their fate now rested in the hands of 3 humans who had slept through the rise and fall of entire ages. But that was about to change. Elena Rodriguez had been chosen for the last watch because she never gave up, never backed down when something needed protecting. 500,000 years hadn't changed that. Sentinel, prepare a message to send to Earth. It's time the children met their ancestors. The countdown to invasion continued, but humanity's last watch had begun. The human legacy. The first battle began exactly 68 hours after the Harbinger fleet was detected. Elena watched from the command station as thousands of tiny lights erupted across the darkness of space near Pluto. Each flash represented a human weapon firing, or an alien ship exploding, or sometimes both. Outer perimeter engaged, Sentinel reported calmly. Defense platforms Alpha through Delta are holding position. Enemy losses. Minimal. Our losses. 12 orbital stations. Chen floated beside Elena in the zero-gravity command center, studying tactical displays. They're not even slowing down, just pushing straight through our defenses like they don't exist. Because to them, we don't, Elena replied grimly. 12,000 ships against our automated defenses. They can afford to lose a few dozen. Dr. Amara Okafor drifted over from the communications array, her face tense with concentration. I've established contact with all 3 Earth species. The translation is rough, but they're starting to understand the situation. How are they taking it? Elena asked. Better than expected. The Verdani are already mobilizing their bioships. The aquatic collective is rising from the deep ocean trenches. And the crystalline builders, they're doing something I don't understand yet. On the main display, the battle continued to rage. Human technology, preserved and maintained for 500,000 years, fought with deadly precision. Railguns fired projectiles at significant fractions of light speed. Energy weapons carved through alien hulls. Swarms of drones attacked in coordinated patterns that would have amazed their ancient creators. But for every alien ship destroyed, 10 more took its place. Second perimeter breach imminent, Sentinel announced. Harbinger fleet will reach Neptune in 14 hours. Elena made a decision that went against every military manual ever written. Sentinel, recall all outer defenses to Earth orbit. Everything we have left, bring it home. That strategy will allow the enemy to advance unopposed, Sentinel warned. I know, but if we're going to make a stand, we do it where it matters most. As the human fleet pulled back toward Earth, something extraordinary began happening on the planet's surface. Through the sensor feeds, Elena watched as 3 completely different civilizations prepared for war in their own unique ways. The Verdani grew massive trees in hours rather than years, their trunks hardening into living armor plating. These bioships rose from the forests like wooden giants, their branches bristling with weapons that fired spores designed to eat through metal. In the oceans, the aquatic collective surfaced creatures that had never known sunlight. Massive beings with shells like nacre and tentacles that crackled with electrical energy. They arranged themselves in perfect geometric patterns across the ocean surface. Most mysterious were the crystalline builders. Their entire continent began to sing. The harmonic structures they had built over millennia resonated together, creating a sound that made Elena's bones vibrate even through the station's shielding. "Amara, what are they doing?" Elena asked. Before the scientist could answer, space around Earth began to shimmer. Reality seemed to ripple like water, and suddenly dozens of alien ships appeared within Earth's orbit. They had somehow jumped directly past all human defenses. "Impossible," Chen breathed. "No ship can move through space that fast." They didn't move through space, Amara realized. They moved through something else. The crystalline builders. Their singing is affecting space-time itself. The Harbinger ships immediately opened fire on the planet, but something strange happened. The energy beams bent and twisted, redirected by the singing crystals into harmless light that scattered across Earth's atmosphere like aurora. "Unknown defensive technology detected," Sentinel reported with something that almost sounded like surprise. "Harbinger weapons are being neutralized by localized space-time distortions." Elena felt a surge of hope. These species have been developing for 500,000 years without war. They've had all that time to find new ways to live, to grow, to defend themselves. The real battle began then. Human automated ships moved in precise formations around Earth, their weapons targeting the alien vessels with mechanical accuracy. But now, they weren't alone. Verdani bioships swooped between them, their living weapons adapting and evolving to counter each new Harbinger attack. Aquatic collective creatures launched themselves from Earth's oceans on pillars of water, their electrical discharges shorting out alien systems. And through it all, the crystals sang. Elena realized something that made her heart race. Sentinel, analyze the battle patterns. Look at how the Earth species are fighting. Analysis complete. The three species are demonstrating unprecedented cooperation. Their tactics complement each other perfectly. This suggests extensive prior coordination. "No," Elena said slowly. "It suggests something better. They've learned to fight as one species, not three. They don't see each other as different. They see each other as Earth." On the main display, a massive Harbinger command ship broke through the defensive lines, heading straight for the planet's surface. Elena knew that even with their amazing defenses, one ship landing could devastate everything the new Earth species had built. "Chen, take us down," she ordered. "What? This station has weapons too. We're going to stop that ship." "Elena, we can't fly this station into atmosphere. It's not designed for it." "Then we better redesign it fast." What followed was the most insane piloting maneuver in human history. Chen guided the massive orbital station down toward Earth's atmosphere, while Elena and Amara rerouted power from life support to structural integrity and weapon systems. The station screamed through the upper atmosphere, its hull glowing white-hot from friction. Below them, the Harbinger command ship fired indiscriminately at the surface, destroying forests and crystal cities with casual malice. "Weapons range in 30 seconds, Elena announced. "Hull integrity at 40% and falling," Amara warned. The station's main gun, designed to defend against space fleets, fired directly into the Harbinger ship's exposed command section. The alien vessel cracked open like an egg, its internal atmosphere explosively venting into Earth's sky. But the station was doomed. Elena felt the deck shuddering under her feet as structural supports failed. They had maybe minutes before complete breakup. "Sentinel, emergency evacuation to the surface. Transport chambers now." The ancient AI, computing perhaps its final calculations, announced. "Transport initiated. Probability of survival, 12%. Elena felt the familiar tingle of matter transportation as the world dissolved around her. When it reformed, she was standing in a forest unlike anything from old Earth. The trees were massive beyond imagination, their trunks wide enough to house cities. Gentle bioluminescence provided warm light, and the air smelled of flowers and rain. Chen and Amara materialized beside her, all three of them staring in wonder at the world around them. But they weren't alone. A group of beings approached through the forest. The Verdani were tall and graceful, with skin that seemed to photosynthesize sunlight. Their movements were fluid, barely disturbing the plants around them. Behind them came the aquatic collective, their forms shifting between solid and liquid, water trailing from their bodies to nourish the forest floor. Most impressive were the crystalline builders. They didn't walk so much as flow, their bodies refracting light into beautiful patterns. When they spoke, Alina felt the words as much as heard them, harmonics that resonated in her chest. Ancient Ones, the crystal being said, its voice like wind chimes, we thank you for your protection. We have learned much from watching your weapons fight alongside our defenses. A Verdani stepped forward, its voice rustling like leaves. Your people left this world long ago, but their gift remained. You taught us that different species could work together. Your species? Elena asked, confused. The aquatic collective member flowed closer, its words bubbling like a stream. In our deepest archives, we found records, stories of the ones who came before, who showed us that differences make us stronger, not weaker. Amara's eyes widened as she understood. You knew. You've known about humans all along. Not new, the crystal being corrected. Remembered, your people left more than weapons and machines. They left an idea. That harmony between species was possible. Chen looked up at the sky where the battle was ending. The remaining Harbinger ships were retreating, no match for the combined forces of human technology and evolved Earth species working in perfect coordination. So what now? He asked. Alina looked around at the impossible beauty of this new Earth, at beings who had turned war into harmony and difference into strength. She thought about the human colony somewhere among distant stars, probably still searching for the perfect world to call home. But standing here in this forest, watching three species that had learned to be one people, Alina realized something profound. Now we choose, she said. We can try to find our people among the stars, or we stay. Amara finished. We help guard what they've built. 3 humans and 3 species, Chen mused. The last watch continues. Above them, human automated ships moved in formation with bioships, crystal constructs, and water forms. The children had met their ancestors, and together they had proven something both groups had always believed. That life, working in harmony, was stronger than any force in the universe. Elena Rodriguez, the last human commander, smiled as she realized she wasn't the end of something, but the beginning of something even better. Humanity's greatest legacy wasn't their weapons or their technology. It was the idea that different didn't mean enemy. And that idea had grown into something beautiful.